Yeah, and here we are again, waiting for our live to populate.
It's not professional.
Yeah, especially when you have what we have on the table.
Oh yeah, that's a show.
Yeah, just put it in one of these. Hello. So we're talking gear today. Takes a minute to populate and then boom, explodes. Make sure everybody hits the thumbs up button. Third day in a row live. This is
Day 3 of quarantine.
day 3 of quarantine. Brought to you by Bucky Mints.
No, stop. It's annoying. Oh, I don't like the way I look.
So yeah, we were at 26. Now we jumped down to 21. So hey, today we're talking weapon systems, and that just makes everything look more blown out.
So, I like it. Your thumb. Look at your picture. Oh.
Yeah, I know the thumbnail.
Look at it.
Yeah. What? Yeah, it has 2 guns in it. So today we're going to talk weapon systems. I know, hopefully, the people that were here asking Canic questions are back because I have 2 Canics with me. Hey, Ohio.
Is that your girlfriend?
Is that my wife?
I am his wife.
Unfortunately for you, yes. So, weapons questions. I've got my shotgun. I've got the KSG here. I've got my SIG M400 here. I've got the primary handgun that I carry. I've got Lydia's primary handgun, and I got my other Canic that I started using, and then I went to the other one, and I can explain all that. So, you guys have to ask weapons questions because this is a weapons live, and it goes for as long as it goes, and then it will go no more. So this is a weapon system live. I've got a lot of different kinds of shotgun rounds that we can discuss and we can talk about.
Oh, you bought that guy.
Where's my who?
The Noah guy. Why does she look 20? You look 70, and your husband and wife.
Hey, eat shit and die. Block his little punk ass bitch.
Here, I need your phone because I can't do it from there. First off, he's not anywhere.
Because your mom likes it. That's why.
Stop it. Just block him. I don't need to say anything.
Oh, I like to say things. I stir that shit. What do I do with my shotgun shells?
These are the.
So I've got a bunch of different cool stuff that I
He
found.
called you a bitch.
Oh, hey.
I don't know how to do it because I could just hide him from the channel. Someone says sorry for that person being rude. It's okay. We get it all the time. We just getting tired of it.
So yeah, here we go. 70. I look 70. Yeah, whatever. Bobby Brown's like 77.
And Bobby Brown looks good for 77, even if he was 70.
So I got different stuff. I've got different shotgun rounds with me. I've got the batons. I've got my beanbags around here somewhere. We have our 850 feet per second star rounds, and then I've got my flashbang rounds. So yeah, so let's get talking gear.
Some people are sticking up for us. What ammo do you run in the KSG?
KSG. So I don't know what happened to the 3 shotgun rounds that were around here. Could you go check on the desk for me? So on the KSG, which this video is going to be demonetized for sure. So this is a KSG that I have. It's unloaded. There's nothing in it. If you could see, there's 2 red stoppers there that show that it's empty. In the KSG, I carry a beanbag round. Flies at about 700 feet per second. I've got these Finn. They look like an old World War II bomb. Finn batons. I have a foam sponge that Padilla gave me. It was Padilla and Sky. They gave me 5 of these foam sponges. This is my world famous Beanbag Rounds. I've had these forever. These are Maxim less lethal beanbags. These are my favorite. The beanbags, they penetrate windshields. They go through walls, and they do absolutely no damage to people other than leave giant hematomas on them. So and then with SHOT Show, I met these guys, and these are a rubber slug. They're light field, extended range. These are available online. You can purchase these, and we're getting ready to do some tests on these. They fly at 600 feet per second. Do not know how accurate they are or how far they fly, but we're going to find out. We're also going to test and see how loud these are. I've got this other new round here, which are these. It is a little it kind of looks like a little sea urchin, and it comes out at
Is this the one from
800
SHOT Show?
yeah 850 feet per second. But we're getting ready to test these out.
That's so cool.
And yeah, so these would be any volunteers to shoot. Let me know. Come on down. Maybe that Noah kid can come down. We can hit him with some beanbags. Adjust his little attitude. And then I've got these flashbangs. These are 100 and hey Dylan, these are 128 decibels flashbangs. You put these next to car windows, and they will blow the car windows out. I'm looking forward to doing that.
He's a cop in the UK with a K9.
Oh, very cool, very cool. The UK is a difficult area to work in. So I've got the Bushnell red dot on the KSG. Since somebody asked the KSG, I got a Bushnell red dot. Going to be switching it over to the SIG. The SIG Romeo 5 is where I believe I'm going with that. And this is an aftermarket rail I got on eBay. They were like $60. It's machine steel. They mount on to the top through the Picatinny rail, which is pretty cool. It's pretty simple. They make two-sided and one-sided. This thing's already heavy enough as it is. This is a dedicated less lethal shotgun for us. I'm running the Olight, the M2R Warrior. This isn't the Warrior Pro, but this is the Warrior. I'm running that on there, and then I've got the it's the magnetic charging light, and I've got a pressure pad up top here. And the way the KSG works is it's got two magazines, and the magazine switch selector is in the back here. In the middle is none, left or right. So I'll run my batons down one side, and then I'll rub my beanbags down the other side. And then if I want to do something different, I carry my flashbangs up on top if I need to drop one of those in and say hello to mama. And the only aftermarket thing on this, I've got a Magpul foregrip on it, because there are people that have been shooting their hands off. Now granted, the KSG for us is a less lethal shotgun, nothing but a less lethal shotgun. So we don't carry any live rounds for the shotgun in or around or anywhere near us. It is solely and dedicated to less lethal. And this is on my business card. This is a shotgun that's on my business card.
Scott, what do you think about the MP5K, as that is what I run when I'm doing an armed patrol?
What is it? MP5? Is it an MP5 clone? Right now we're talking shotguns, but we'll get to rifles here in a minute. For lethal, we run the 870 tactical that I've had for 10 years. But we really don't run lethal shotgun anymore. So.
The last question, do you carry lethal shotgun or rifle?
No, we have a rifle, and we're going to get that. Any more questions on the KSG? It's a Blue Force Vickers sling. These are the best slings, in my opinion, on the market. It's a 2-point sling. I've got the aftermarket attachments on this, and the other side matches to the back. It's a KSG. It is what it is. I wouldn't use the KSG for a lethal shotgun. You've got to break these things in, and they have a little bit of feed issues. So That's why it's a dedicated less lethal, and it's tiny. I mean, this thing is really, it's really short, and I built my AR around this. Very easy to use for automotive, to be able to ride with it in the car, jump out with it, and yeah, got a Blackhawk thin blue line in my Buffalo, my Wyoming thin blue line. So that's the KSG. Questions on the KSG I could talk about?
Is that Lydia's favorite less lethal?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She likes the KSG Tactical, which is about this, this big.
It's so cute.
It's about
But
8
his
inches.
and hers. The small one for me, the big one for you. You get the small one, I get the big one.
But if you're going to do the KSG, you definitely got to do some kind of foregrip on these things. Or else you're going to not. You're going to shoot whatever your hand is, because hands have a tendency to slide under stress and under pressure. So you've really got to hold this thing. But like I said, this is our dedicated less lethal, sighted out to about 25 to 50 yards tops. Because with less lethal, you're not really getting out any further than that.
Have you ever used it on the job?
Oh yeah.
There's actually a video.
Yeah, there's a video
on YouTube.
If you go under our training, section, and you look at all the different videos that we show in class, there's a shot of me in there.
Or just do
on the news.
Or just do.
It's too hard to find that way. It's been 2 years.
No, just do Grant County bail enforcement agents. That's all you have to do. Grant County.
You see me shooting a guy with it, shooting beanbag rounds at him.
Then you see
as he's ramming into police cars and about to die from a hail of bullets from the Moses Lake Police Department. So, got handguns and rifles. Where are we going? You guys dictate where we're going. Patch panel. Bounty Hunter 20. Save 20%.
Guys, please be safe.
On the patch panels. Customizable. Whatever you want.
What do you recommend if you can't carry a firearm or not allowed to carry?
Taser. Taser X2, X26P. Carry a taser. Carry pepper spray.
She's like too cute. The girl says that. She's really sweet. Do either one of you ride horses? I just rode today. You rode today. He jumped on bareback today by himself. Hey bro, I appreciate all the info.
So I've got primary lethal weapon systems left. All you got to do is start asking questions and we can talk about it.
Ooh, people are on lockdown until May 1st.
You must have a Democrat for a mayor.
Someone says hello.
Hello.
I want a taser pepper ball.
I'm not a big pepper ball gun guy. I'm not a big pepper gun.
You're a big pepper.
I'm a hot pepper on a stick.
I'm the hot pepper. You're the mild pepper. Or you're the sweet pepper. I'm the hot pepper.
I'm the Chilla Verde.
Kokomo, Indiana.
Kokomo, Indiana. I was in.
Why is that name so cute?
I was in Indianapolis.
I want to name my.
A week ago.
I want to name my cat Kokomo. Coco meow. Yes. Scott, I'm in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and on lockdown. I can't believe how many states how my state laid down for this. How do you make the decision to carry a long gun versus a pistol?
What is a pistol? A pistol is a tool that takes you to a long gun. It's not always practical to have a rifle. You could be walking, you don't want to walk around an urban center with a rifle, but if you're going out into a more rural setting that you know that there's a potential for a greater lethal force, then it's nice to have somebody carrying a rifle or a rifle caliber pistol with you. It's, they look great in photos, but they're not always really practical to be carrying in an urban environment. And you've got to know your audience. If you know your audience, then you know where you can get away with it and where you can't get away with it. A handgun, is a tool that gets you to a rifle. I'd much rather have a rifle or a pistol caliber rifle in a shootout situation than a handgun, for sure.
With Patch Panel, do they let you order from the UK?
Oh yeah. It's a Canadian company. So yeah, Patch Panel, and you can get a British flag instead of the American flag. You could put your name here or your blood type. We just chose to put because our Safe Life vests have such limited space, so we chose the greatest flag in the world, which is the American flag, and then we chose to put our blood type and any known drug allergies or any other issues on there, and then we chose agent on there. We could have wrote bail. They'll make them any way you want, and the company's awesome. I absolutely love these, and we're in the beginning of a great relationship. They also have lots of morale patches.
And
They've
our code.
Lydia got me this one, no knock entry specialist, because I like to boot doors. The code on that is Bounty Hunter 20.
You save 20%.
Once this live's over and processed, there'll be a link. You click on that link, and it takes you right to it. But yeah, patch panels. We're an affiliate with now.
Also, great channel. That Canadian A
A.
says from Canada here. What holster and then someone says, what kind of handguns do you have?
Okay, so I've cycled through many handguns. I've gone from the M&P H&K to the M&P to the H&K VP9. Then I went and did a class with a guy named Wes Doss. Who's one of my favorite firearms instructors, and he had the Canic Tp9 Elite combat gun, which is just an amazing gun, and I liked it so much I went out and bought one. And the Elite series have these really nice large slide stops in them. See, we're unloaded slide stops in them, and it makes locking the slide up. And so I started carrying this, and I carried it in a Safariland holster designed for the M&P 45. It locks in just fine, and something nobody knew. I discovered it, and I put it all over the internet. I really like this gun. This gun comes with a 15-round mag, and then you can buy, hand me my +2 mag. You can buy the +2 mags, which is basically just a 15-round with a bigger plate on the bottom, and allows you to carry 2 more extra rounds. So that was 17. And it's OD green. I'm not a big OD green fan, even though I have an OD green Warrior X Pro right here. And so I looked for other options, and this was a $320 gun, and it has a really outstanding trigger in it. It's got a rail on it that will accept any and all lights, and I like the gun. I wanted to carry more capacity, so what did I do? I went and I got myself the Tp9 Sf. This is not the Elite. The big difference on these firearms, is that
I'm going live on that.
The big difference on that is this has a much greater capacity. These are the magazines for it, and these hold 18 in one, so I can have 19 rounds, which is 2 more rounds than I can carry with this gun. This gun is also bigger, so for duty purposes, it's a bigger gun. It has greater capacity to it. As you can see, it's got a bigger hand grip. I have a very large hand, and I prefer to have a bigger grip. I'm actually going to be switching over to the SIG P320X VTAC that I found at SHOT Show. So until I can get that gun, this gun is the gun I'm going to carry up until then. Interchangeable back straps. I've got my O-light on here, and
Someone asked.
This is my gun. It doesn't have the big, it's not like the Elite. It doesn't have the big slide lock on it, but you're not really locking the slide back a lot. And I really dig the color, the black and white theme, and it still fits into the same Safariland holster for my M&P 45 for the TLR1. All I had to do is take the little. There's a little plastic cover here that prevents dirt and stuff from getting into your holster. I had to remove that to get this light in there, and that's it. And it's in a Safariland holster. They do not make a Safariland holster for these Canics. Canic's a good gun. Pick on it all you want, and you Glock people. But I mean, this has the Wilson combat sights on it, so it has no rear sight. I really don't want to point this gun at me, even though I know it's unloaded. It's got a single dot on there, and it's the Wilson combat. It's just blacked out on the back, and I find it really easy because all you're really looking at is your front sight anyway. So you just got to get that front sight locked in there. On the Elite series, one of the cool things with the Elite series is that It still has the same back sight, but the front sight is a fiber optic sight, so it's a red dot. This is a great gun. If I could get this in an FDE, have a little bit bigger capacity, it would definitely be an option. But I do like the longer barrels. As if you watched any of the other lives over the last 2 days, I like my handguns bigger. I like longer barrels. It's greater accuracy. Yeah. So, and then Lydia's handgun is here. For all the people that say that she doesn't carry a handgun, her handgun has the Texas flag on it, has night sights, and it's a Smith & Wesson M&P 9. It has an aftermarket Stormlight barrel on it, which increases its accuracy. And you can tell, you can see, if you can see the barrel, you can see that this gun is unloaded, that there's nothing in it, no bullets anywhere around here except in magazines, and which are nowhere near our handguns. But it's the M&P 9 with the FDE grip. It's got extra stippling on it, custom stippling I did on it to help improve the grip. She's got the Olight PL2 or the PL Pro Valkyrie, which is the same light that I run over here, but I run it in an FDE. So all the people that say Lydia doesn't have a firearm, well, here's one of the ones that she likes to carry, and it has the Texas flag on it. Handgun, any questions on the handguns?
No, someone just asked if you ever heard of a bolo wrap.
Oh, hey, look, the 45 will hold the 9.
Have you heard of a bolo wrap?
No. Maybe, but
9mm with less lethal. What do you think about that?
9mm less lethal. I know that Hernandez carried that less lethal handgun that shot these little rubber bullets out, and yeah.
AK-47 or AR-15.
Oh, so we're gonna get into that. One of the things that she has is she's got this glowing sight on here. It's a little box that she puts in there.
The only thing that I don't like about it is the Texas flag.
Yeah, right.
I love the Texas flag.
So, whoa, fucking blind my eyes. So, and I dig the way that the Stormlight barrel has the stainless steel to the black. I really like that.
Is that a scratch?
There might be a scratch on it or two.
Oh, it's just dirt.
And I've got the 40 cal and the 45 and the compact version of this gun, and I've got a barrel for the 40 because the lower and the uppers are the same. The only difference is the barrel, so I can drop a 9mm barrel into the Smith & Wesson M&P 40 and make it a 9. Because I do not like 40 cal if you watch this channel at all. So,
who's a better shooter, you or Lydia?
Me,
Him.
by far. Just because I've got more hours. I've been shooting. I've been shooting since I was a teenager. And I've been teaching it for years, and I've got a lot of background.
And I'm just a rotten sack of potatoes on the gun range, thinking I know what I'm doing, but I really don't.
No, you do fine. You passed the gun qual with an acceptable score to our team level, which is way higher than what the state minimum is. So this is my, say hello to my little friend. This is my SIG Sauer M400 custom urban camo on it. And it's the SB brace on the back, fully legal. I've got an extended BCM. I've got an extended BCM charging handle, a technical handle. We've got an empty bolt there. We've got no magazine in. Firearm is safe and unloaded. I use the Vickers sling, the Blue Force sling for everything. One of the things I like about the SIG M400 is that it has pre-milled sling mounts, push-button sling mounts on it. I do not like the proprietary mag release, but hey, you live with it. It's a SIG. The barrel length on this thing is anything but stock. It's a friend of mine's done a lot of custom work on this. I've got the Flamin' Pig on the front, the Novoseki Flamin' Pig on it, and I've got the Magpul rail mount, push button mount. Like I said, this is the Vickers sling. There is not a better sling in my book than the Vickers sling. I have an M2 M2R Pro on the front side of this with a pressure pad, just like the shotgun, except this one is set up for, it won't strobe. My shotgun is a strober, and this one is a constant on, and that is 2200 lumens of blindness. This is the Olight mount for this light, and it's also the Olight mount for the Warrior, for the regular Warrior. So it's one mount fits all. This is the black one. This is the FDE version of it. And I got an EOTech on here. It's the old EOTech 400. I think it's a 412. I'm not sure. But it's old, but it works wherever that red dot is. You know, it is, that bullet goes. I like my EOTech mounted forward a little bit. I know a lot of people like running these things really close. I like mounting it forward a little bit. Basically, I do have an aftermarket bolt in here. I've got a nickel bolt, primarily just because I like the way it looks. I'm a sucker for shit like that. This is the same magnetic mount for the flashlight, fully adjustable. Really, you know, if you know me, you know I love my Olights. And then I've got an angled Magpul foregrip on it as well. This is I only carry 5.56 rounds. I don't carry 223. I carry 5.56, and I do a 20 round magazine, and I have a spare 30 round magazine if I'm running this. And this is made. This is the same size as the Caltech. Is the way I made it. It's the exact same size, so that it's very familiar.
So if you would move this over here, this wire would interfere with this.
Yeah, but why would you put your switch back there? You can't. That's a pressure switch, and the way that I have it designed is so that my hand goes out to the very front, and I've got my pressure switch here that I can actuate with my thumb. Or I could hit the button on the actual light here.
But that could be moved if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, that just it just pops off. I mean, you could put it right there. You could put it right there. But I like my hand, especially on a gun that's this short. I believe this is it's a 7-inch barrel, and then it has the flaming pig on the front. But my buddy Nathan, he did all the custom work on this. So, but yeah, like I said, it's specifically designed to be the exact same size. These guns are identical in size, and I did that for a reason. I can't have a 90-degree foregrip because this is considered a pistol, so it has to have an angled grip on it. And then this is an extendable brace. That's a brace approved by the ATF, and you know it's really little, and it's very comfortable, and yeah, I absolutely love this. This is the best rifle I own by far. I mean, it's the SIG M400 pistol. Yeah, man, you cannot go wrong with this firearm. It's a pistol, and the reason I carry a pistol versus, look how little it is. The reason I carry the pistol versus the full-size rifle is because this is covered under my Idaho Enhanced Concealed Weapons Permit. It is considered a pistol, so I can carry it in the front seat of the car in a lot of different states. So it is classified a pistol. Might look like a rifle, but it's classified as a pistol. And we got a little American flaggy.
Careful, guys. The YouTube snowflakes will end your live stream for weapons.
Ooh. Well, we're still on there, aren't we?
If you haven't tried one already, a taper.
And I carry Gold Dot. I don't think there's anybody at YouTube. I think they're all
size doesn't matter. Go on.
They're all at in quarantine. This is the 147 grain Gold Dot bonded 9mm. It's the only thing we run.
I'm gonna go. Nobody likes me. I'm going to go make a cheese dip.
Why? No, I was just gonna have either salad or
homemade cheese dip. I have a little bit of peppers I could dice up and put in it. Like I can make the queso from Chipotle.
the billup. The if I get one, it's gonna be the Caltech 5.56. It's gonna be the Caltech version of it. That's if I ever get one. Barrel length, size. I mean, size does matter on barrel length. With velocity and twists and the ammo that you're running, you know, and accuracy. The Taser 870 shotgun, the Taser's not selling X-Rep rounds to anybody anymore other than military, so that's kind of a dead question. She cooks and she shoots guns.
I was the only female in my family of 14 to shoot guns. The rest are males. And I was the only female that could cook.
So that answers the AK versus AR-15 debate. Hit me with more weapon questions. I mean, we're running 31 minutes right now. If nobody's got any more weapons questions, you know, red dots versus holographics versus an ACOG. I've got an ACOG on my full-size rifle. Don't suggest it for room clearing. That's why I like the EOTech. And if I am using the sights on the shotgun, I like the red dot. Denver. Who knows what Denver's doing? I mean, Denver does what Denver does. I mean, it
Denver passed a law that if you are caught with heroin, drugs, anything, it's not a felony. It's not a felony.
You can't open carry in the city of Denver. You can't open carry a firearm.
But it's okay to have drugs.
You have to carry it concealed.
And mushrooms. It's so annoying. So stupid.
So you got to wear a jacket covering up your stuff, and Colorado's got a bunch of stupid stuff. What's a good gun? A good gun is, I mean, it goes hollow point rounds. Why would you even who would shoot full metal jacket rounds for personal protection? I mean, it's just not something that you do. You shoot hollow points because hollow points are safer. They're more humane. It's a better round altogether. Guns depends on what you can afford and what you can't afford versus what you can shoot. You know, shooting 45 is more expensive. Shooting 9 is a lot cheaper. I like 9. The ammo, the 9mm ammo is really good. And if you look at statistics and shootings, more people are killed with 22s than any other round in the world. More people survive handgun shootings than die from handgun shootings. And you know, so 9mm rounds, modern 9mm rounds are just as good as any other round for getting the job done.
I just started watering the bag.
Every bullet has a lawyer. Which Nucanic? The Tp9 Sf Elite Combat? Yeah, I've shot that one. That one's amazing. It's a $700 gun, so if I'm going to buy a $700 gun, I'm probably going to buy the SIG P320X VTAC, which has a 90-degree break on it, which is basically an aftermodel. It's all an aftermarket gun. There's really nothing SIG in it. And it's all, you know, it's a modified lower, modified everything.
No questions for me? I'm going to go.
Best gun is the gun that you have, absolutely. I wouldn't use RIP rounds for bail enforcement at all. You should use proven hollow point rounds. I don't like critical defense. I don't like Hornady. I won't shoot Hornady rounds through my guns anymore. I don't like their tap round for the 5.56. I don't like any of their rounds. So I got away from shooting those. That's why I'm telling you, man, Gold Dot 147 grain, Gold Dot bonded. Is a really good round. Another really good round are these here, which are sitting in their box from our last Texas trip. The Elite Performance SIG V Crown. These are also a really good round. You know, and we're not endorsed by any of these people, any of this ammunition or anything. Do you ever carry just a gun, cuffs, and a taser? If I have a choice, I'm always going to choose lethal over less lethal options. If you watch the video Basic 4 talks about the 4 things that you need to carry to do this job. And I always take the lethal role on our team because I don't want anybody else on our team. If it's a bad shoot, I want to bear the responsibility of that and don't want to burden other people on my team with that decision. So I take full responsibility on that. So I run lethal. Lydia will run less lethal, or Tim will run less lethal, or Stinky will run less lethal. The Beretta 92 FS. For this, I've qualified a lot of people in the past with that gun. I mean, you want a weapon system that you're extremely familiar with. You don't want to buy a new gun, put it in a new holster, and go out and carry it for work. You need to spend time at the range, shoot a few hundred rounds through it, see how it performs, see how it. That's why I don't like Hornady, because Hornady, every gun I've ever shot Hornady through, my gun doesn't like the Hornady ammo, so I avoid it. My gun likes, I've shot 1,000 rounds of the Gold Dot bonded hollow point through, because you're gonna shoot, Full Metal Jacket on the range, and then you're gonna carry hollow points, but you need to have fired at least a couple of mags or a couple of boxes of your duty ammo to make sure that it cycles through your firearm correctly. Best ammo to buy in bulk: 5.56 and 9 Meximeter, man. $50 rounds of 380. I mean, what's a 380? 380's the midget cousin of the 9mm. The caliber and performances are similar. What stops a threat is effective round placement. So. Have I ever run into law enforcement that has a problem with the job that we've run into those. We've run into those cops before. They have no idea what we can do, what laws we can work under, but they want to tell us how to do our jobs. Yeah. Oh, Lydia has a story.
I don't have a story, but every time I feel like cops are gonna get called, not that I just will go sit in the car because I don't think I would ever run my mouth, but if they're not basically siding with us, because I'm not asking them to side with us, but I'm always, cops are coming, I'm out. Because I don't know when we're going to get an asshole cop, and it's just better that he takes the blame instead of me.
Safariland holster, the 6360 -4192 this is the 45 Safariland 45 for the TLR1, and it fits the 9mm, it fits the 45 M&P, and it fits the Canik TP9 Elites and TP9 SFs. It fits them. If you want to run a light, you gotta take the little plate out that protects the light. Safariland holsters is it, man. This is these are the level 3 holsters, so yeah, Safariland's the only thing to carry. I wouldn't carry anything other than Safariland for a holster. Though I do have a Red X holster that was made by Red X for me for my CZ P09, which really reminds me a lot of my USP. I absolutely that freaking gun, that CZ's an incredible gun. If I could get this kind of holster for the CZ, I might carry the CZ and ditch the idea of getting a SIG. Just because the CZ P09 is such a good handgun. 5.7, I wouldn't carry a 5.7. Just personal preference, I wouldn't do it. I carry a revolver sometimes. When I first got into law enforcement in the late 80s, we were carrying, Smith & Wesson 686 357 Magnums with 38 rounds in them. When I went to Border Patrol, we were carrying. That's the gun we qualified with. That's the gun that Carrillo talked about. And because when I was at Glencoe, when I was at FLETC in Georgia, Carrillo was there. And if you don't know who Jim Carrillo is, Google his name. CZ's amazing. It's a big gun. Like I said, I got a really big hand. CZ's amazing. And yeah, revolvers are still viable. Why not? I mean, it's 6 shots versus, 19 if I'm running if I'm running this gun. I've got 19 rounds. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 357. Hollow point is a great round. 30, even a 38. That 38 Super is a really nice gun. So the 38 round and the 357 rounds are both outstanding rounds. There's nothing. It's whatever you're comfortable with. It's whatever works for you. You don't have to get a gun. Isaiah Torres is flipping me off.
Oh, he did that last night too.
I thought we blocked this guy.
There was 2 ways I did it. Phil was one I don't know how to do.
Bye. Bye, Isaiah Thomas. You used to be Border Patrol, so that's how you found your partner?
Oh.
That's a joke, not a troll, by the way.
Oh.
Well, I
Fuck you.
found no.
No. Just because I'm brown.
She's an American citizen. She doesn't even speak fucking Spanish, so whatever, dude.
No, he's just joking.
Yeah, it's so funny. Isaiah's probably on bond. 38 is such a comfortable round. It brings the best out of revolvers. Yeah, I love my revolver, man. I carry my revolver sometimes. I absolutely love that gun. It's a hammerless 357 snub nose. Put it in a pocket. Want to shoot you 5 times with that at a very close distance. So, yes, I like Border Patrol. I love my buddies in green. We are about, hey, Dylan, we are about to be a fugitive recovery training company in Texas. We taught a Waco class, and we have applied for our instructor and school credentials for the state of Texas. So stay tuned. You'll not only be able to take the boot camp, but you'll be able to do the boot camp and do the pre-licensing for the level 3 commission, because I'm getting signed off on that. I just paid all my fees. I got to do my fingerprints next week, and then it's the 4-week process. So stay tuned, because we're going to be a Texas school. We're also going to be a authorized school in Nevada soon. He has a sling. Sling for what? I only use the Vickers Blue Force sling. I have that on all of my guns. I actually have a spare one in my gun safe. I just saw this afternoon when I was digging through stuff for this video. And no, it's not for sale. The guy who made the joke that I caught you says he's a big fan and likes us both. I'm sorry it came out the wrong way. Okay. Hey, Tennessee. What's up, Tennessee? I was in Memphis, and then I was in West Memphis, which is in Arkansas. Holy shit, man! That'd be a fun place to work. I never lived there. Hammerless snub nose, just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, UN Woe. We've been live. Yeah, just because of the whole quarantine shit. We're getting some files on Monday from Rexy, Sexy Rexy, and so we figured that everybody's sitting at home. Maybe they don't have a lot to do, so we figured that we would go live, and then every day people suggest an idea for a live topic for the next day, so we just keep going live. And if you look at all the lives, I groomed up today. I trimmed everything and got a haircut. So looking a little more presentable for this video. Hey, from the Cloudy Oz. Hey, Cloudy Oz. No, I have not gotten my Scorpion yet. Seems to be all kinds of different things that get in the way of my Scorpion, but I'm going to get it. Yes, it's gun talk. You Australians and Kiwis aren't allowed to touch guns, so you can only dream. unless you work in law enforcement. Dylan, where are you licensed at? Find a mentor, find a team, be a backdoor guy, keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, do what you're told when you're told to do it. Don't say no, always answer your phone. That's how you start, that's how you get into this business. Yes, I do need to teach Tennessee. How many people do you have to take in on a day? It just depends on the day, it depends on the caseload. I mean, we've caught as many as 10 people in a day. On you know, and then if we're working multiple files, we'll be able to get 1 or 2 or 3. Wash your hands, people. Yes, wash your hands. And Lydia was saying, do little circles to help wash the dirt underneath your nails, and you're supposed to wash your hands for the happy birthday song. That's how long.
No, the ABC song twice.
The ABC song twice.
Mm-hmm.
What if I can't? I'm always afraid that if I ever got pulled over and got a sobriety test, not that I drink and drive, I don't even drink, so it wouldn't happen. But if I ever got pulled over and they'd tell me to say the alphabet backwards, man, I can't do that sober as well as drunk. But I haven't been drunk in 15 years. So, what happens if you're going to arrest and you have the rifle, shotgun? Oh, well, we go over all that stuff with class. So if you're working with a partner, you're doing cover contact. The person who has a long gun, isn't going to be the person who goes hands-on. If they have to go hands-on, hopefully you got that Vickers sling and you're either putting it around behind your back or you're cinching it tight into your body so that you can go hands-on. If I'm not running, we're only running a rifle if we're running a 3 or a 4-man team. We're not going to run a rifle on anything less. So. I'm reading, so I'm not ignoring. Yeah, if we hand somebody over to the cops, we still get paid regardless if we take them to jail, if the cops take them to jail, it doesn't really matter. Bounty hunting is illegal in Illinois, yes, and Wisconsin. So move. Clarksville's a fun area. If cops get the fugitives before us, most of the time it doesn't happen, but sometimes it does, and yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know if it pissed me off, but yeah, it's a bummer for sure. Do not teach in Ohio yet. Well, we've been in Texas quite a bit. We just had a class in Texas. Florida, I'm trying to do a Miami class. This whole fucking coronavirus shit has kind of thrown a monkey into the mix here, and our venues are canceling us. So, you know, if this virus shit blows through, we're gonna have a Miami class. I've already got a classroom in Miami. I got a classroom in Atlanta. Well, forcibly detain somebody. What does that mean? What do I do with the long gun? Flip it around on your back? Well, I'm not going to go hands-on unless I absolutely have to. And then I'm either going to put it on, you know, it's going to always be unsafe. I'm either going to cinch it to my body or sling it around the back if I have to be the one that goes hands-on. Yeah, I was holding Lydia's ass baton. This one's really nice. We had it's from the video from last night. I didn't clean the table. Just left everything out there. Okay. Okay, Nick. No, I have never been to the UK. Don't know if I'd go at this point. I'd rather go to France or Germany or Norway. I'm Dutch, so. What sticks out with a person who doesn't know what they're doing with firearms? There's a lot of different things. The way they hold it, the way they present it. I mean, are they fishing? Are they bowling? I mean, those could be bad habits that could be erased. But you know, muzzle. The number one thing is muzzle. If you're sweeping everybody with that muzzle, bye bye. Have a nice day. You ain't getting no refund. There's no time for that kind of shit. I've had people on the range sit there and turn a gun around and point it down the other way. You see all kinds of weird shit on a gun range. Yeah, I coughed once. Hand the long gun off to your partner. If I have a long gun, I am not going hands on, so I don't need to hand it off to my partner. Granted, I have handed long guns off to people before, but that's to secure it, because I wanted to remain unseen, and we'll have a junior guy, so I'll hand him the rifle. You can go put it in the car or put it in the trunk. It's secure it. I'm not going hands on with a rifle. That's why we have 3 or 4 people. If you watch the video where the dude runs into the house and I kick the door with the rifle and then I search the house with the rifle, if you look at it, I don't put handcuffs on that dude. I'm the overwatch. I'm the guy who watches over in the back, and I did have to eventually lean in on it and get the guy forcibly down onto the ground. I'm actually the one who found him, and then when I found him, I held him at gunpoint for my team, and then my team came in and they handcuffed him. That video is on the YouTube. Thoughts on Andrew Gillum being found in a Miami hotel with 2 men naked and shitting them? Well, not to get into anything, but I mean, we've all seen the photos, right? Nothing's going to happen to him. He's a Democrat. If he's a Republican, his career would be over. Democrat, they can find $200,000 of stolen slush money in your freezer, and you can retire 30 years later in Congress if you have a D next to your name. The double standard is disgusting. These 4 senators and staffers that sold their stocks after they found out about the virus to capitalize on that should all be put into prison like they did to Martha Stewart. One of them was Dianne Feinstein. She sold $4 million in stock. Dianne Feinstein, California senator, she had a Chinese spy in her office for 20 years. So, yeah, Feinstein's a piece of shit. She's the one that calls everything clips, too. And she was the one that was instrumental in the Brady gun ban, if you're old enough to know what that is. Lydia has a nice asp. That is a $150 baton. Well, that's cool. We get a shadow patrol with the Metropolitan Police. But we won't have guns. We'll have to have Norwals, right? We got 2 British cops on here.
The one with the K9 is my favorite.
Here's another one. Question about becoming a bail enforcement agent. If it is cool, could you get back to me?
You want to try my queso dip?
Just message us on Instagram. Instagram is where I'm always at. I spend more time on Instagram than anywhere else. Then it's YouTube. I never go on Facebook, so don't even message me on Facebook. What's up, Scott? ... Question mark. If they had, well, you don't have a bail system in the UK, and that's all that bounty hunting is where the people that bring the people who jump bail and fail to appear in court. That's what our job is. So you'd have to change the whole British justice system. I think if you privatize something, I think it's always going to be more efficient than if you didn't. But then there's also abuses in that. But there's abuses in government. There's far more abuse I mean, who did Beamer choose to guard him when he was the interim ambassador in Iraq? Did he choose the State Department or the U.S. military? No, he chose a private company called Blackwater, and Blackwater kept him safe. There's a really Eric Prince's book is outstanding. Guarding Beamer is a great book if you like military stuff and or close protection stuff. Those are two fantastic books. Right now, I'm reading this book right now, Texas Ranger. Frank Hammer's story, or Frank Hammer's story. If yeah, he tracked down Bonnie and Clyde and killed them, and it wasn't like the movie Highwaymen either.
And I hate him because Bonnie and Clyde are my favorite people ever. So
Whatever, they're murderous scumbags. They got what they deserved. What duty belt do I use? Oh, hey,
do you want to try some of my
Bounty Hunter 10. Sure, Bounty Hunter 10. Saves you 10%. I use the Safe Life. Hand me my actual duty belt. I use the Safe Life. It uses the Cobra belt system. It's got an inner belt and an outer belt. This is the TAC version. These things are freaking amazing. One of the guys on the first live, after he saw our testimonial on it, he actually went out and bought one. And so I'm running the 6004 Safari Land. This is an aftermarket thing I got on eBay. Holds my pepper spray. My holster just mounts right in here. So when I'm out of jail, I don't have to take my gun out to put it in a locker. I could just take my whole holster out and put it in a locker. I got a tourniquet on it, and then I've got a drop pouch in case I got to pick anything up. And this is only the outer belt. This isn't the inner belt. And I only fit in the large in this, which makes me feel really thin. That's the Safe Life. I just wish I had more Velcro a little bit further. But as I get more important with Safe Life, I'll probably get the.
We haven't received any comments on that.
I think we're frozen.
Well, we should end
Yep.
it.
So now we're on. Oh, no, we're. I want to get through the rest of the questions here. I don't think England can do anything really well, except make James Bond movies, and it's Americans doing that now. Can you buy or use flashbangs as a bounty hunter? I have the flashbang shotgun rounds. I do have a few flashbangs, but the liability with those, you roll one of those into somebody's house, and you light up somebody's house or you burn it down, the liability in it, it's not worth it, man. You know, they're fun for training, you know, but you can kill somebody with a flashbang.
And that's a bad idea, so what? When you have to...
I need someone to work with in Arizona. Any ideas? Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about it here, so message me on the Instagram or something on Arizona people. Ooh, what is that? What just happened? Oh, hey, we're back. So, any more questions on weapons? We are pushing an hour, so we're pretty much at the end of the time. Thank you, John McLean.
Any questions for me?
Questions for Lydia? Why she carries her M&P?
Do you like blackberry? Want to try this?
AK for work. No, I wouldn't use an AK for work.
It's really sweet, so
It's about perception and what the cops see.
don't take a big drink of it.
So, cops see you out there with an AK. Probably not a good idea.
You want to look professional, and a gun is a gun. I get it, but an AK is.
Beanbag rounds. You must be new to the stream. We talked about beanbag rounds. I'm using the Maxim beanbag rounds. I prefer beanbag rounds. I go beanbag rounds, rubber baton, fin baton, and then the star rounds that I just got. So I'm trying those out. The star rounds are coming out at 860 feet per second. They're coming out cooking, but will they fly straight? That's the big thing. The AK is not a terrorist gun. The AK is the fuck. I breathed in a piece of chip. The AK is the Toyota Corolla of guns. It's not a terrorist gun. Yeah, it's a terrorist gun in movies, and it's the most proliferated rifle. The 7.6239 is a great round.
Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word?
What?
No, I shouldn't say that.
The Mossberg shot? Go get my shockwave.
Huh?
Go get my little shockwave.
Pirate one?
All right, whoever asked the shockwave question, hang on 1 second.
The little pirate one?
Yeah. Are you all bounty hunters? We're bail enforcement and fugitive recovery agent, yes. Hence the channel, Bounty Hunter Bootcamp. What do I like about this job? I like the travel and meeting different peoples and being put into extremely stressful situations and having to figure my way out. I like the, it's like doing a Rubik's Cube every day. I would not shoot a beanbag round at somebody's head intentionally. Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you even suggest doing that? Beanbag rounds are designed for, large, they're abdominal. They're designed for torso.
Loaded.
No, it's not loaded. Shockwave. Who asked about shockwave? This is my little pirate gun. My pirate gun is empty. There are no rounds in my little pirate gun. But this is a car gun for me and a home defense gun. Do not use this for bounty hunting, but I do own one. And what color is it? Matches my handgun and my flashlights. It's FDE. Flat Dark Earth. Oh, would a beanbag round to the head kill? Yeah, it could kill or severely maim or injure somebody. If you think about the beanbag round, if I shoot the beanbag round into something that absorbs energy, it will bounce back. If I shoot it into 3/4 inch plywood or a windshield, it'll punch through. And it's not going to have a lot of velocity when it comes through the other side. It's pretty much just going to fall, based on my experience, education, and training. So to have that kind of energy and you're hitting a hard mass, you're going to fracture a skull. You could do a basilar skull fracture. You could take somebody's eye out. You could break somebody's jaw. You'll permanently disfigure somebody. And why would you want to do that? The whole purpose of the less lethal round is to be used as an offensive tool to take your defendant into custody, just like a taser. Sometimes just the rack of the shotgun is enough for somebody to give up. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to shoot somebody in the face with a beanbag round. I've been accused of shooting people in the face with less lethal. And it's like, what are you, fucking stupid? I would never have done that. And there's no evidence that proves that I did. But so just because somebody says you did doesn't mean that you did.
Someone asked if you ever smile.
Do I ever smile? Yeah, when she smiles at me. Or when I think of her.
I was joking because you're like so serious.
There's my smile.
Smile. Think of me and smile.
Do you use Kevlar helmets? I use a bump helmet for going into attics and crawl spaces because I've knocked myself. I've given myself a concussion doing this job. So I do use a bump helmet, which has no ballistic properties. I do own a Kevlar helmet, but it's more of like a bug out end of the world boogaloo kind of thing. Don't really use it for bail enforcement. I don't think it's a good look for bail enforcement as well. If you want to be SWAT, go be a fucking cop and be SWAT. Don't be fucking bail enforcement. Don't be bringing that SWAT shit here. What was it like working with Bobby Brown? Bobby Brown was fucking amazing. He's got these Jedi mind tricks. He was talking to this lady at a drug house, and we wanted to go in and search the house, and me being the rookie of the bunch, I'm just like, let's go in. She said we can go in the house. And then she says come in the house, and he's like, no, I don't want to come in your house. We're just going to call the cops and have the cops come with their canine because it's a dealing house. And she's like, no, please, I beg you, come in my house and look. She actually begged him to come in the house and look. How he flipped that around. Working with Bobby Brown was amazing. Bobby Brown's a great man. He's a great individual. He's great for his community. He's an asset to the industry. He was one hell of a cop. He's a hell of a cold case guy. And if you have an unsolved homicide, he'll work it for you. What guns do? What are you new to the thing? Lydia carries her M&P 9mm with an Olight PL Pro Valkyrie on it since you just got here.
Sights.
What other guns does she carry? Oh, I need to read better.
No,
She carries the KSG when she feels like it. She carries a taser.
which is hardly ever.
Do I know Patty
Everything
Mayo?
with
I have no
taser.
idea. I have no idea. Patty Mayo. You mean the prankster dude? No, one of my students is working with him now.
No, he's not a student.
Fuck Patty Mayo, he's a bitch. I am showing that one. Thank you.
He's not.
Thank you,
One
Roger.
of your students.
Is that Roger?
Roger who?
Roger.
The guy that I scare?
You don't scare him. You just remind him of
Well, I
his
better
past.
scare him because I swear to God, if I don't scare anybody, then I'm not doing my job right or I'm not. Fuck you.
Yeah, Lydia doesn't carry anything on her, but yeah, we do have
Can I answer my own
we do have an
questions?
EMT bag in the car, and I do carry a blowout kit on my person. So, what questions do you got, Roger? Roger's got far more years in the bail bond business than me. So, ask Roger a question. Roger's a great
Yeah,
dude, one of the better
Roger.
bail bondsmen.
Ask a question. I dare you.
I'm cold now.
That's a good one. Do you want me to warm it up for you? It's the
Hey, Zeke.
chipotle recipe. It's the chipotle for the queso.
But yeah, Lydia had to learn how to care for a gunshot wound in case I got shot. So
Yep, stick a tampon in
he
the
just
hole.
says you just remind. No, you don't use tampons.
I'm joking.
You just remind me of my crazy ex.
Well,
Hey, Jordan.
she wasn't doing her job right if she wasn't crazy.
I've moved to Roger. I've moved to a video podcast. If you want to do another one, man, let's do it.
Yes, please.
I've shot two. I shot one with her and Stinky about female bounty hunting that I'm editing, and then I shot one with Mike in North Carolina. So if you want to come, you know where I live. Let's schedule it. You've got my personal cell phone number. Let's do it before I leave to Texas. As long as you don't bring that Corona shit to my house.
Yeah, no, we gotta wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got to be in 2-week quarantine. But yeah, man, I love. I mean, Roger and I think alike. But we've turned the podcast into a video podcast now. Roger,
Wow.
the sex was probably amazing. Yep.
She was a Mexican, 100%. Right?
Did anybody hear about the rumor that Washington State closed their borders? Why the fuck would you still live in that state? Now the rumor's been proven as false, but
And then we're back.
yeah, we're back in Idaho. We've been back for a few days.
We've been back since.
Anybody got any more
Wednesday.
questions? Roger, hit me up. Let's pick a topic. We'll talk for at least an hour.
Can I-
Well, I'll make Lydia walk in and out of the room.
And be like, why are you saying it that way? You're so retarded.
Yeah, Idaho is very gun friendly. They have constitutional carry.
Roger's gonna hate me for the rest of his life. So the other day, Roger was selling something.
Oh, hey, Colin.
Can I tell him a story?
Lydia, you do not scare me. Get Tank on the podcast. I don't. Tank's too
Well,
busy doing
fuck
his
you.
fitness shit. I've gone live with Tank on Instagram. And Tank's a cool dude. That'd be cool.
Okay, well, I am going to go shower because nobody cares about me.
We got to sign off.
Sign off. Okay, goodbye, everybody. Nobody likes you.
You guys want another one of these tomorrow? What do you want to talk about? Anybody got any ideas what you want to talk about?
This is day 3 of.
FNs are awesome, but they're expensive.
Wait, why does my trees look like a chicken foot?
Yes, I have shot the AK that I acquired from you. My kids love it.
My ex was amazing in bed. That's
What's
disgusting.
the most expensive fugitive you've ever captured? 350,000. We made $35,000. Oh, you want to talk about first aid kits?
Transporting.
How many? Well,
You had to take the class to
we
learn
have
about transporting.
we have 2 handcuffs each on a person, and then I got more handcuffs in my restraint bag. If you watch the restraint bag video, that's what I carry in the car. And then for training, I have a fucking bag of like 150 fucking handcuffs. Okay. We'll do about the same time between 6 and 6:30. Y'all want to be back here? I'm going to watch videos.
Does
Bye.
anybody
Thanks
want,
for tuning in, Officer Ross.
Does anybody want me to come back live tomorrow?
What does thick as fuck mean? I'm so out of tune. I feel like my parent.
Scott, you're thick as fuck.
What does that mean?
Sometimes it'd be like, ooh,
I thought
she's
thick was like a fat woman.
If you called my man fat, I swear to God, I will hunt you down and stab you in your
6'3",
sleep.
225, so I'm not.
You fuckface.
I'm not really big. I just look big on camera. How do I become a moderator for the stream? Nah, thick is voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
Who's
my
calling me
fucking
voluptuous?
Ass,
You got the
wad.
What the fuck? Hey, we're signing off, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk about transports and first aid kits. I'll bring my blowout kit. I'll bring my EMT bag. I got to get it from the horses. It's currently with our horses right now because one of our horses got hurt. And then we'll talk about transports. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you learned a lot. I'm sure this will be demonetized by Instagram because I showed a dangerous weapon system. At least what?
At least they know like what you carry, and when they see your videos, they all.
Oh, my videos are all different. There's a different gun in every video. Depends on when I was.
I'd
How long
whoop her.
ago the video?
You'd whip me? What? Are you my mother, Crystal? Are you my
I'd
mother?
whoop her.
She probably thinks I'm your daughter. He's gonna
Crystal
whoop me
Party
later.
Rentals.
Beat her ass. Why don't you come beat it for me, you fucking cow?
Crystal Party
Beat
Rentals.
it for me.
Crystal Party Rentals.
Wait, no, we got no.
She does party rentals.
Well, let me go give
Don't
you a
poke the
bad
bear.
review.
Don't hit the bee's nest.
Wait, let's see what she has to say. Coronavirus.
Winnie the Flu.
Kung flu.
Yes, we do need to go shooting, Colin.
Who's calling?
The Marine with the mohawk from class.
I thought that was Jordan Riley.
No, Jordan Riley's the other guy.
Sure, honey.
Crystal Party Rentals. What a great name for your YouTube. Crystal Party Rentals. Anyway, see y'all guys. See y'all guys tomorrow. Maybe.
Love you, Crystal.
Crystal, make sure you turn in tomorrow and troll some more.
I'll be back.
Then I'll just ban you from the...
Anyway, nobody loves you.
Except me.
Nobody likes you, guys. Adios, you dickwads.
Good.